Welcome to the Scoop School podcast, where we tackle your conundrums about the retail ice cream and frozen dessert business. And now, here's your host. He's the cookies and cream of the crop, the ice cream bloke and self-appointed headmaster of Scoop School, Steve Christensen.
G'day ice cream lovers, again my name's Steve Christensen. Nice to have you here in the podcast. If you're listening on iTunes, click on subscribe. You'll get the daily goodness, the daily tips are sent to you every day in an email. And if you're watching on YouTube, well, Technicolor Steve, you can't ask for much more than that. Again, hit subscribe on YouTube and you'll get all of the ice cream store development, business growth tips every single day. Now today we're talking about this little white piece of plastic. Before we do so, I do want to thank our episode sponsor, which is Chocolate Shop Ice Cream. Again, multi-generation business based up in Madison, Wisconsin. Chocolate Shop Ice Cream have been making ice cream, again, generation after generation. They are master ice cream makers as per the NICRA certified master ice cream maker program, and they can certainly help you in making and selling or reselling the product that they are making for you. It's basically their own particular brand, the Chocolate Shop Ice Cream brand. You can sell it under their brand, you can sell it under your own brand, or you can utilize their Bang ice cream, which is caffeinated ice cream. I definitely suggest you give it a try. Thank you for the Deadmans for their sponsorship. Now today we're talking about these 4 white pieces of plastic. They are called blades. They are also called dasher blades, augers, flights, whatever you want to call them. But they are the mechanism that scrapes the barrel. So this is a blade from a Stolting batch freezer. This is a blade from a Frigomat batch freezer. This is a blade from an Electro-Freeze batch freezer. And this is a blade from a Carpigiani batch freezer. And a couple of things they have in common. One, they're all white. They're all made of food grade plastic or Delrin. And they all, funnily enough, wear down after time. So regardless of what type of batch freezer that you have, and really we're not just talking about batch freezers, we're talking about any piece of equipment that has one of these blades that utilizes the scraping action against a barrel. So it might be your soft serve machine, it might be your frozen custom machine, or it might be your batch freezer. Now, gratefully, these are the 4 batch freezers that we have from the different manufacturers down here at Scoop School: Carpigiani, Stolting, Frigomat by Taylor, and Electro-Freeze. Now, why it's important to understand the scraping nature of this blade is because as this blade rotates around the barrel, again, whether it be a batch freezer, custom machine, or soft serve machine, the sharpness of this blade here, as it scrapes the barrel, gives a nice clean scrape so that you're getting those frozen particles, or the technical term is dendrites. Those dendrites or frozen product, frozen mix, is basically being scraped from the side wall of the barrel and folded into the center of the barrel, and hence that folding action over and over and over again creates your ice cream, which includes your air content. Now, what happens if you're using a blade that has not been changed for years and years and years? Well, a couple of things. One, you will lose capacity in your batch freezer. It'll take longer to freeze. If you're utilizing a custom machine or a soft serve machine, you will lose capacity. You won't get the same volume of ice cream you got out before. And secondly, and probably most important, is that when you don't get a clean scrape off the side wall of the barrel, what you're basically doing is scraping the frozen sludge that's building on the side wall of the barrel. So when you extract your product, your finished product tends to be a little bit more sloppy. It's not as crisp, it doesn't hold up right. And we often find people calling up different manufacturers saying, my machine's not working right, I'm just not getting the volume, or my product's not right. And it comes down to the fact that they haven't changed their blades for years and years and years. So these are very hardy blades. Each of these blades in most of the manufacturers are very hardy. They'll last for years. But the downside is, if you're not replacing the blades as per your manufacturer's instructions, you're going to get a decreased capacity out of your machine, and you're also going to get a lower quality product. So how often do you need to change them? Well, again, I'll refer you back to your manufacturer. Most manufacturers say anywhere between 6 months and 12 months, but that can rely on the kind of product you're running through your machine. If I'm utilizing my batch freezer only for water ice and water-based products, these blades are going to actually get more dull quickly because I'm not utilizing any fat-based product or very little fat-based product to keep these blades lubricated as they scrape. Another quick tip, replace all of your blades at the one time. Do not keep any of the old blades as spares or backups. It's important for you to be able to have a good clean set of scraper blades and not a mishmash of new ones and old ones. Every time you're putting your batch freezer, custom machine, soft serve machine together, check for nicks, cuts, scrapes. I'm telling you what, after the investment that you've put into your ice cream machine, it would be a shame to have poor quality product because of this small piece of plastic that is such an important element in the quality of your product. So have a look at your blades as you're putting a machine together. Talk to your local distributor or your manufacturer about how often you should replace your blades, and you'll be made in the shade. Again, thanks for joining us this episode. Again, thank you to Chocolate Shop Ice Cream. Their website, chocolateshoppyicecream.com, S-H-O-P-P-E, chocolateshopicecream.com. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you in the next video.